Welcome back to the show. We got another great one lined up. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on X, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.96 trillion market cap for crypto. The market's off 1.9%. Right now, Bitcoin 87,100 plus, 2,000 plus for Ethereum. XRP 243. We're off 0.5 on the 24-hour. We're off 3.9 on the 7-day. Looking at the range of price, ranging between 242, 247. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's get started. It's XRP Las Vegas, baby. Did you get your ticket? Don't mess around.
XRP community, the SEC versus Ripple case is over. Now the path is clear, and the celebration at XRP Las Vegas 2025 just went 10x. And you need to be there May 30th and 31st at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Hear from White House Crypto Council members on stage, including Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Giancarlo. You'll also hear from Dr. Christopher Brummer from Blueprint. And one lucky builder developer will win a $25,000 prize for the best Web3 project idea. Go to the EZA app to register for your chance to win $25K. The excitement is building for XRP Las Vegas 2025, the world's largest XRP conference. Get your tickets now and lock in.
You better believe it. Now's the time to get your ticket. Airports, flights. There's so many people coming to this thing, let alone Bitcoin Vegas is happening the 3 days in front of it. You know, hotels, flights, you want to get all of that stuff booked and then get your ticket. This is going to be a remarkable event. I'm telling you right now, I want to celebrate with each and every one of you. This is our time. XRPLasVegas.com. And look at this. Zach Rector's coming. You know he comes every year. I got to get a hold of him anyway. I got to talk to him. 65 days and counting till the largest XRP conference, which I spelled wrong. You know, I tell you, when you do the spelling, the autocorrect and the missing, the fat finger something, I am the king of this. I swear I am. As you can see, I live up to it right here. I spell conference. There's an E missing right there. And you know it's not a spelling issue because Bradley just recognized there's an E missing, right? So if it was a spelling issue, I would have never known it. You know what? There's just no saving me sometimes, I can tell you that. But 65 days and counting. Zach's going to be there. The countdown is on. Get your ticket. I'm so excited to see everyone. North Carolina has introduced twin bills in the House and Senate that allows the state's treasurer to allocate up to 5% of various state retirement funds into cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. Everyone's doing it. We're going streaking through the quad, right? Everyone's doing it. Chris Giancarlo sits down and testifies, talks to a congresswoman, Mrs. Kamek here, and this is straight fire, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mind telling you, but I'm going to give you just a piece of it because it is so good. The grown-ups are coming into this space, says Chris Giancarlo. 2025 is the year where traditional finance moved into digital assets and blockchain in a very big way. The game is afoot. It's happening now. You're not going to believe it when he lays this down. Chris Giancarlo on stage last year at XRP Las Vegas. He's coming back, baby. Oh, and the things he talked about. Oh, my gracious sakes alive. Let me cue this up for us. Okay, you need to hear this first exchange. You're going to love it.
And you all have been addressing in a couple of different ways here today to make these markets more efficient and transparent. So I'm going to start with you, Mr. Giancarlo. In the world of digital assets, blockchains, as we all know, are an instrumental tool in ensuring that transactions are transparent and openly visible. Do you see the possibility of blockchain being adapted as a tool in all American commodities and derivatives markets for purposes of transparency and beyond?
Yes, it's happening already. one of the unfortunate aspects of, and I'll just be candid, the last 4 years of, and especially the last 2 years of SEC hostility, is that
I like the way you say that.
hostility.
I would say that in a not so tactful way.
But
Bastards.
Well, I'll leave that to you. But what I will say is one of the byproducts, but it has been that traditional financial firms have stayed away. And therefore, the field has been dominated by focus on speculation, and
Yes.
is the number going to go up? Now that there is, in fact, a more welcoming approach, what I'm seeing in my work is traditional financial firms are moving in a big way. And they're bringing with it their traditional notions of safety and soundness, of doing things properly, of building out systems, industrial grade capability. They're moving into, they recognize this as a new technology, and they are going to adopt it for some of their most core systems, from settlement to clearing to payments. This is going to become ubiquitous, and now the grown-ups are coming into the space in a very big way. And that's going to be good for the United States. It's going to be good. We need to modernize our system. We go around the world, you find out a lot of our traditional payment systems and otherwise are antiquated.
Yes.
We have fallen behind. We need to jumpstart this. Fortunately, we've got a new technology that allows us to do it. So I'm very excited about what this means. And it's going to work its way to very end users. When people can actually make transactions with a swipe of their phone without all the intermediation, without going to the bank to say, oh my goodness, it's 5 o'clock, I missed the window, I can't get my money out of the bank. Being able to do transactions directly, especially for people in rural communities that don't have access to branch banking, this is going to be revolutionary.
Well, and to your point about
No question. Now let me jump forward, and it's a great exchange. I just want to jump forward for the sake of time because I want you to catch this part too. Christian Carlos on fire. Boy, I can't wait to get him on stage at XRP Las Vegas.
how do you adopt it into a tangible good, right? How do we avoid
Congresswoman,
instances of fraud?
It's happening
example?
very rapidly. I think we're going to look back this time next year, and we're going to see 2025 as the year where traditional finance moved into digital assets and blockchain in a very big way.
Hello.
There's a lot happening that you're going to be hearing about in the months to come that's going to be really revolutionary. We're now, the game is afoot. It's happening now.
Okay.
Can we just go back and catch that last part right quick? Hold on a minute, because the CME Group partners with Google Cloud to explore tokenization and enhance capital market efficiency. An executive order was just written yesterday for the U.S. Treasury to update its payment system. Can we just hear what Christian Carlos said right there again?
Versus intangible goods like cryptocurrencies. How can we get over this hurdle? Because there's a lot of talk of how do you adopt it into a tangible good, right?
Tell him, Chris.
How do we avoid instances of fraud?
It's happening very rapidly. I think we're going to look back this time next year, and we're going to see 2025 as the year where traditional finance moved into digital assets and blockchain in a very big way.
First of all, that's a massive statement right there. Keep going.
There's a lot happening that you're going to be hearing about in the months to come.
I'm privy to a lot that's happening that you're not, and there's going to be a lot that's coming over the next few months. That's the translation I'm getting out of that one.
That's going to be really revolutionary. We're now, the game is afoot. It's happening now.
Okay.
My goodness gracious, am I excited after hearing that. And we know Brad Garlinghouse has said this just 6 weeks after President Trump was elected. We've signed more deals in the United States than we had in the previous 6 months.
So when you're looking at the growth story then of Ripple, does it still come from overseas? Or are you expecting a change in terms of domestic interest in Ripple?
Well, we're definitely already seeing a change in the domestic interest. These 6 weeks after President Trump was elected, we signed more deals in the United States than we had in the previous 6 months. So these are very innovative technologies. I think they're going to play out over 10, even 20 years in terms of how they integrate and rewire the financial infrastructure of the United States.
How they rewire the financial infrastructure of the United States? An executive order was just signed yesterday to modernize the U.S. Treasury's payment system. Christian Carlos says the game is afoot. It's happening. We're going to see institutions and major financial institutions enter this space in a very big way in the coming months. Oh, And then this was announced. Fidelity plans to launch its own stablecoin, currently advanced stage of testing its token per Financial Times. Really? You get a stable coin and you get a stable coin and everyone gets a stable coin. Feels like Oprah giving away cars, doesn't it? This is Senator Tim Scott on stable coins.
I think stablecoins is, if you think about it from a guy who's 50 plus years old, stablecoins is like having a traveler's check on blockchain. And so it creates access across the world, and it also democratizes in a powerful way. So as a kid who grew up in poverty in a single parent household, I always think about how important it is to make it easier for single mothers and people struggling to reduce their costs and have greater access. And the faster we get there, the easier it is for the average American to live their version of the American dream. And so stablecoin legislation just takes a leap in that direction. I think
There you go. Things are moving very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. The world's largest membership association for alternative investment managers, AIMA, believed that the SEC should approve additional spot ETF applications for other crypto assets, including, yes, Solana and XRP, reinstituting the practice of approving applications in the order they are received would restore predictability and fairness to the process. And I say, hell yeah, let's get it done. We got 17 or 18 now. Now I want to get into this part, which I think you're going to love. This is Chris Marsalek here, and he's talking about XRP ETFs are going to attract $8 billion in inflows from crypto.com. Take a listen.
Next couple of years, I think altcoins that have
the CEO from crypto.com.
Next couple of years, I think altcoins that have strong flows will outperform. I don't know if you guys seen this, but there's a forecast saying that the ETF for XRP is going to attract 8 billion of inflows next year. So you can imagine what kind of impact that may have. And in terms of what we're doing, I think we have a very clear, differentiated, exciting strategy that nobody else is pursuing and nobody else can compete with us on. That's very unique. So we will build it, and I hope you guys join along for the ride next couple of years.
No doubt, that is very positive sentiment. And right here, the biggest single day net flow on XRP was 207 million. This moved the price from 266 to 314, a near 60-cent increase, which using the full supply is near 60 billion market cap increase. Velocity of net flow inflows is also the variable of how fast the price will move. Well, I tell you what, between Chad and Zach, they've done some great work here to expose the myth that we've all talked about for so many years. I know I've talked about this years ago in my early days in YouTube, because it is a market cap myth when it comes to commodity products, right? I've often said, if you want to understand the market cap of XRP, ask yourself, what's the market cap of the US dollar? Think more that way. But this is a great explanation from Zach Rector. Give him a follow. You know he's coming to XRP Las Vegas. I can bank on that one. He's coming. But I want you to listen to this as he breaks down in a very clear, concise way of how to understand how inflows can affect price. And you don't need the market cap to be 1.5 trillion to get 1.5 trillion. You need the inflows to be strong, which actually puff up the market cap itself. Let's hear him explain it.
Today we're exposing the XRP market cap myth. Now, of course, anybody can calculate the market cap on XRP or any other digital asset. You take the last traded price by the circulating supply, it gives you a market cap. And for XRP, we're at about a $3.30 XRP all-time high. We got about 57 billion circulating coins. It's over $180 billion market cap, approaching 200 billion. But it's not a one-to-one ratio as far as market cap grows by $1 billion if $1 billion comes in. What we're seeing on XRP is a dramatic market cap multiplier. And that's what I'm going to be breaking down here in today's whiteboard session. Let's make it quick, simple, and yes, we are going to explain how we reach a $33 XRP based off of conservative assumptions from JP Morgan. Stay tuned. Getting started here yesterday, this is what we observed. By the way, you got two examples here, one of XRP price going up, one of XRP price going down. Take a look. Yesterday, XRP starts pumping. The market cap grows by $17 billion off of only $80 million of inflows into XRP. There's buying, there's selling. The net inflow during this was a 4-hour window, was 80 million of inflows, led to 17 billion market cap growth. And what you see here is that's a market cap multiplier of 212. Very dramatic. Now, check this out. It works going down as well too. Just as quickly as it goes up, it can come down. Now, this is then when the SEC filed their appeal brief yesterday. And yes, this does add to the damages done. The red folder just grew by about 15 billion. Because when the SEC filed their appeal briefs, the market cap loss on XRP, the price went down from about 320 all the way down below $3. We lost 15 billion of our market cap, but only 55 million of outflows. This gives us once again another market cap multiplier above 200 here at 279. Now, in other examples of this in the past couple weeks, I've tracked the market cap multiplier for XRP being above 589. And in one instance, we even saw it up into the thousands. So XRP, the point being, is a very easy asset to move, both up and down. But this is where it gets exciting, because JP Morgan this week gave us the prediction that XRP ETFs will see 4 to 8 billion of inflows as soon as they go live within the first year.
Very quickly, and now we got the CEO from crypto.com saying 8 billion inflows for XRP ETFs as well.
I think that that's a very conservative assumption. I think that JP Morgan's onto something there. And so what I did is I just took that 8 billion of inflows into our ETFs, and you times that by 212, which is what we were doing here yesterday. That's going to give you market cap growth of 1.7 trillion. Now, XRP's market cap's already at about 200 billion, so I'm just adding 200 billion to that 1.7 trillion. It brings it to about a $1.9 trillion market cap for XRP. Assuming a 58 billion circulating supply, you are at about a $33 XRP. So no, we do not need 1.7 trillion. We don't need trillions coming into XRP for us to reach a market cap of a couple trillion. And yes, at this price point, at that market cap, we're starting to approach Bitcoin. So look out, get locked in. This is the XRP market cap myth exposed. Share this out far and wide. And if you appreciate our content, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell, and smack it on the way out. We'll see you.
You're damn right. Great job by Zach. And now let's keep it moving, because now that we've got that, this is a reminder for anybody that didn't catch it. I know you must be busy if you didn't see it. The final crossing of the T's and dotting of the I's is what we should be his last update for the SEC versus Ripple case ever. Last week, the SEC agreed to drop its appeal without conditions. Ripple has now agreed to drop its cross appeal. The SEC will keep 50 million of the 125 million already in an interest-bearing escrow in cash. With the balance returned to Ripple, the agency will also ask the court to lift the standard injunction that was imposed earlier at the SEC's request, all subject to commission vote, drafting of the final documents, and usual court processes. That's all, folks. That's right. It's over. And it's amazing that it's over. The legal dog leash that is the SEC versus Ripple case has ended. This has always been an audit and vetting process as much as a lawsuit. It can only mean one thing at my house. It's time to lock in. Egg Rag Crypto says XRP candle 123, Supernova moment, $13 to $27. Take a look at it, make you holler. The magic box is right there. What is in front of us, I don't pretend to know. Here's candle 123 from 2017 to 2018. We've gone over yesterday, as recent as yesterday, how we have seen, what was it? Crypto Insight UK said that what is happening now is in fact mirroring 2017 to 2018. Remember, for a while there, we were concerned like 2021, we weren't sure what it was following, but it seems to be tracking 2017, 2018 for good measure. Egg Rag Crypto shows us what happened in 21, and that's where the magic box would be, sitting in between it all, right? So this is what we're looking at. Things are shaping up now, and we have the case is over. Stablecoin legislation could be here in the next 6 to 8 weeks. So much good is in front of us. I tell you, I'm just excited to find out where the price does land. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. I'll catch all of you on the next one.